YouTube. So today I was just kind of messing around in my drawing program, which is Fire Alpaca, and I was just trying to think of ideas of what to draw, and I kind of decided on somewhat of I guess a moody piece. I kind of wanted to mess with color and emotion and displaying this in a picture, and also get some practice in with digital drawing. I'm still doing my best to get better at digital. I'm so much more comfortable with traditional drawing though, so it's always a struggle. Anyways, this is my character. His name is Roman. I don't think I've actually drawn him yet on this channel, but yeah, he's kind of a sad boy. So yeah. Anyways, I decided to kind of like draw this, and I was kind of struggling with deciding what I really wanted in this picture at first, but then I really did settle on what I wanted. And I also decided to practice on backgrounds a bit, and I did practice unintentionally with just kind of painting in Photoshop. Well, it's not Photoshop, but digital painting, you know? And I found that really interesting. I've never really tried it before, so it was a very new experience for me, and I'm kind of surprised that it turned out pretty alright in the end. But yeah, so as you can see, I'm kind of just like looking up poses. I mean, the poses aren't really realistic, but I was kind of just basing my skeleton off of them. So yeah, and I plan on starting a comic soon with this character and the two others I've drawn previously, and I'm just trying to figure out how I want to go about doing it. I don't want to just dive right in. I want to have a plan. I think one of the worst things you can do to yourself is jump into a big comic without planning it first. If you don't have an ending and stuff like that planned out before you even start, you may get a little lost and be tripping over yourself, being very messy, and it'll just make for a very clunky read for whoever is reading your comics, I think. So I think it is very important for me to kind of figure out the order of events I want, and I also bought a book recently by the writer of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure on writing manga. So I hope to learn quite a lot from this book and then start writing this. And I do want to keep practicing, of course, get better with my drawing. I always strive to get better and everything. So yeah. So digital drawing is very new to me. Well, I guess it's not very new. When I was younger, I used to always use MS Paint, and then I was using Photoshop for a while, which I could not stand. I could not stand using Photoshop. And here on YouTube, I was watching Leslie Lou Marie, and she recommended this program. It's a free program, so anyone can download it free of charge. And I've been really enjoying it. I think it works very nicely, and it's got nice brushes, and it doesn't have the problems that I found with Photoshop, where my lines just ended up looking awful after I colored them in. And yeah, so I don't think I'll uninstall my Photoshop program. I'll definitely keep using it in the future. It's very nice when I'm scanning pictures in and editing them to post them online. So yeah, I mean, the version of Photoshop I have is very old. It's Photoshop 7. Photoshop Elements 7, and I think they're on like Photoshop Elements 14 now. So yeah, it's pretty dated, but it still works. And I kind of want to say that it doesn't really matter what program you're using, how much it costs, or anything like that. It really matters with how you use the program and how you go about using your techniques and stuff. And that's how you're going to get better products, like art products. So yeah, I can't say I'm gonna have a ton of digital art coming out in the future, but I'll try to every so often. I have a lot of difficulty just sketching and going right into something in digital art, and it also takes me so much longer to get this stuff done. It can take me about an hour or two to get something like this done in traditional, and then it takes me so much longer to do it digitally. But I find doing stuff like this digitally is a lot easier to work on backgrounds and stuff like that. So that's one of the benefits. And you can also, with digital art, of course, fix your colors and stuff. And if you don't like it something, you can get rid of it entirely, which is so nice. But yeah, I really did want to play with color and play with mood. In this picture, one thing I try and do in both digital art and traditional art is by using a shading color that is not just a shade of the original color. Like, I'll take blues and purples. Those are my favorite colors to use for shades. I've tried greens and other colors and they don't seem to work as well. I've also used grays, which have been alright, but they make it seem very flat sometimes. And yeah, this is me starting off painting the background. It was very stressful at first and it looked horrible. But as I kept going in and developing it and stuff like that and added in the lines, I think it ended up pretty alright. So yeah. So one thing that I kind of wanted to base this picture around is kind of Roman's kind of mental state. So one of the things I have planned in my story at the very beginning, so this isn't spoilers at all, is that his fiance leaves him, and that kind of throws him into a bit of a depression. And yeah, I don't really want to talk about it too much because details that I may have worked out now might not be a part of it later. Anything is subject to change, backstory, stuff like that. I'm still in the very early planning stages of this and kind of want to work everything out before getting in, as I said before. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Bye!